everybody, it's Wendy, and today we are going to make a beautiful necklace and earring set using some beads from Sam's Bead Box. Now, Sam's Bead Box is a brand new subscription bead box out. I do have an unboxing video, a couple unboxing videos. If you want to check those out on my YouTube channel, I will link them in the description box below. And if you want to sign up, you go to samsbeadbox.com or join samsbeadshop.com is a waiting list, I believe. But if you want to sign up for the box, you go to samsbeadbox.com. If you use coupon code Wendy, it'll get you $5 off of your first box. So let's just show you what you're going to need for this necklace and earring. So we're using the three beautiful little, these beautiful little check glass hearts with the flower on them out of the box. I'm going to be using all three of those. I'm using some of these potato pearls. Now, I used some of these in another necklace, so I am actually going to use the ones that I have left. I think they look beautiful with this. I'm using the flower beads out of the box, these beautiful little check glass pink flowers that were in the box this month. I'm using several of these little pink check bicones. Okay. And then I'm using 4 of the larger fire polish rounds and 4 of these smaller little round, I think these are called roller beads, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. And then I'm using some things that I pulled from my own stash. So I've got some antique gold spacers that I'm going to use here. I have 2 ear wires. These are like a antique gold, kind of antique bronze, but I like the flower that matches, and so I'm going to use those. I have 2 cord ends because we're going to be using some leather. This is 0.5 millimeter leather. I ordered this from AntiqueCord on Etsy, and I have an unboxing showing that. I can link in the description box below. I'm going to use 1 lobster claw clasp, 2 clamshell covers, and 2 crimp beads. And then I'll be using some tiger tail. Now this is a pink tiger tail. Let me look. I think I threw away the tag that was with it, but it is actually 7-strand beading wire tiger tail in pink. And I'm going to be using that. We will need some jump rings, and I believe that's everything. And if I've forgotten something, we'll deal with it when we get to it. Okay, but oh, I'm sorry, you are going to need some wire too. So this is 22 gauge parawire in natural brass, and I'm going to use it to wrap the leather around itself, or wrap around the leather to secure it. So I'm sorry, I forgot that. And I think that's everything. Okay, so let's move this stuff out of the way, and we'll go ahead and get started with the necklace first. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our tiger tail and unwind a little bit of it here from the spool. You don't need a whole big bunch. It just depends on how many beads you're going to put on. And I think I'll actually just leave it on the spool for this. Let me trim off the end though, so it'll be a little bit easier to deal with because that's kinked right there. Okay. All right. Now I'm getting it tangled around my tools. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use 2 of these are going to be for the earrings, and I'm going to use a few of the varying beads for the earrings as well. So let me set aside the ones that I want to use for the earrings. I didn't have enough of these bigger fire polish beads to use really in the earrings. I kind of wanted to, but I didn't have enough, so I will have to hold off on those, but I think everything else, I'm going to get a couple of them in the earrings. Okay, so let's go ahead, and the first thing we're going to do is just string these on the way that we want them to go. Oh, I do have these too. I need to remember them or I'll forget them. Okay, so I guess I will start, let's see, I'll start with a spacer bead, and then I'm probably going to do a fire polish, a bicone, so spacer bead, fire polish. I'm setting them out for the other side so I remember. We'll do a flower. You see if I can even find the holes in these. I'm terrible. I need to put my glasses on. I always forget my glasses until I'm actually trying to get things on the tiger tail, and then I remember, oh, I should have put my glasses on. Let me see if I have some right here. I do. Okay, good. That might help. All right. Can I even find the hole in this? Goodness. Is there a hole in this? I'm not seeing a hole in this bead. Is it just me? Ah, let me try one of these. Please tell me these. Oh, they're through the middle. Oh my goodness. Okay. They're through the middle. I didn't realize that. Not sure if I want to use them on here with the holes through the middle. Okay. I didn't realize they were through the middle. Ah, that kind of stinks. Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and do it without them. So let's do a potato pearl. I can't believe that. All right. Another metal spacer. Let me set a potato pearl out there. I hate that they were through the middle. That's kind of unfortunate because they don't look good like this. Okay. We'll do this roller bead. Set one of those aside. And another potato pearl. And the reason I'm setting one aside every time I use one is just so that I have equal amounts when I go to string the other side. You know, I want to use the same pattern, so I don't want to end up without having enough beads over there. So here we use this guy let's do another spacer. Another potato pearl. Another roller bead. And another potato pearl and another spacer. And it looks like we'll have used up the beads. Okay, so then our little flower is going to have to hang on a jump ring. So let me find a jump ring in here that I believe will be thin enough. I don't really want to make a bail. You could use a pinch bail if you had one, but I don't think I have one in gold that will work for this. So let me move these little flowers back out of the way, so I'll use them on another project. Okay, here we go. Maybe this one's thin enough. I don't know. I have all of my jump rings kind of just mixed in together, so, oh, here. I know this one will be thin enough. It's big. Let's try it. Okay. And we'll just go ahead and put him through here. I hope he'll go through. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so there's our jump ring. I'll close this back up. And if you have a smaller one, you could use it. I don't really have a smaller one that I think is thin enough, so I'm just going to use this one. Okay, and then I'm just going to go bead back up my other side. So I've got my spacer bead, my potato pearl. Get these out of the way. My roller bead. Sam actually had some more of these potato pearls on his website, and I went in and got some because I think they're just gorgeous. I love them. I've used them on a couple different projects already, and I definitely wanted more. Okay, we'll do our bicone, our fire polish bead, another potato pearl. This is such a pretty little necklace. For a mother, for Mother's Day. My mom doesn't wear jewelry, so this won't work for her, but I thought it was just this pretty pink and very dainty and feminine, just beautiful. Did I miss a potato pearl somewhere? Because I have an extra. So here's one, there's one. We've got this guy, this guy, this guy, potato pearl, roller bead. Yeah, I missed it right there. Got to talking and just messed myself right up. That's what I do. Potato pearl, bicone, and fire polish, and one more spacer. Okay, so here we have our little necklace component. I'm going to pull this down a little, but not, I want to leave myself just a little bit of room because I'm not real good with wire. We all know that. And we're going to trim this off. And then I'm going to roll this back up real quick, even though I'm on camera, because if I don't, it is going everywhere. And I don't really want it to get all over the place and kinked up and messed up. So I'm sorry, but I'm just going to take a second and roll it up so it will not be a mess. I have the worst time cleaning up after I do a project. I hate it. I hate to make myself clean up, but I've been forcing myself because I've actually not been able to bead at the desk in here because of the natural light from the window. I've actually had to move over to a different desk. So if I don't put away my stuff when I'm done, I just will have a big mess all the time. Okay, so there that is. Put that back there. All right, so here we have our little piece. We are going to take our crimp bead and our clamshell. Now, a lot of people do wire protectors and stuff. I don't really care for the look of the wire protectors on these. I prefer the clamshell cover and the crimp bead. I just think it looks more finished. So all I'm going to do is put my clamshell cover on. Okay, I'm going to put my crimp bead on, and this is a big, I'm going to have to get smaller crimp beads for this. Hold on. I do have some smaller ones here, and since they're going to be covered up by the clamshell, it doesn't really matter if they're the right color. And I do have my crimping pliers somewhere as well. And I am going to use my crimping pliers because I've only got this one piece of tiger tail that I'm working with. So these are my Xuron crimping pliers. They work very well, even for someone who's not good at crimping like me. Hopefully this crimp bead's not too big. You can actually add a dab of glue in as well with your crimp bead, and that will help it to be a little more secure. This one seems, nope, he came off, didn't he? Yeah, me and crimp beads, I'm telling you, it's a battle. We just don't get along, not at all. Actually, that piece is still on there. I'm going to take this one and crimp right above it. And I'm not even going to use the crimping pliers, guys. I'm just going to smash them down because I seem to have better luck with that. I try to get fancy, use the crimping pliers, and it always ends up a mess. So there we have it. I'm just smashing the crimp bead down, and it works just fine that way. Oh, it's terrible, isn't it? Okay, and then we're going to close this up. And I'm going to trim this little piece of wire off that's sticking out. Now, if you want to put some E6000 glue in there and make it more secure, you can definitely do that, and it will definitely make it more secure. But I don't have my glue here with me. Now I got to find another crimp bead. That one's just too big. Let me grab another one. Sorry. No matter how prepared I think I am, I'm not ever as prepared as I need to be, apparently. So yeah, that's my life right there. All right, other side. Same thing. Clamshell cover, crimp bead, and like the last one, I'm going to just crimp it down. Now, one thing I do like to do is make sure this is a little flexible. You don't want it to be loose, like you don't want your beads running all over your wire, but you want it to be to where it's not like stick straight and poking out and, you know, it's got no flexibility. So try to be careful of that. Just make sure that you can, you know, bend it around a little. And I'm just going to close this up with my fingers because apparently my pliers don't want to do it. Okay, there we have it. Now, we've got our beautiful little necklace component here. I'm going to take this really pretty cord that I just got from AntiqueCord on Etsy. And this is a 0.5 millimeter. I'm going to take it right through the hole in this clamshell. Just like this. And I'm going to bring it up and around, and I'm going to take a piece of my wire. Now, I like this look. Some people don't like this look. I like it. I think it looks really cute. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold this here. You're going to take your wire. You can go down as low as you want. I'm going to start right about here. And you're just going to take your wire and wrap around your cord. Get a little loop going there. Just like that. And it helps. You can hold it with your pliers if you want to wrap it. I'm just securing my wire with this, or my cord with this wire. That's literally all I'm doing. My wire is still on the spool. I haven't even cut it off. I'm just going to take it around here and tuck it neatly, okay? So you've got a little coil here. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut this piece because I know that it doesn't need to be super long. And I'm just going to take it and I'm going to go ahead and just keep coiling around my cord just like this. And if you hold your cord with your pliers, it sometimes helps just to hold it flat right there. It's fiddly, but it can be done, and it looks really cute when you're finished. All right, and then I'm just going to try and wrap it. And actually, I'm not going to hold it with those because that's making me have trouble more than I am already. And you just have to get your wire to where it'll go around in a nice little coil. And it's hard because it wants to spin. You know, everything wants to spin. You got to kind of grasp it and try to just play with it and get it around there. Once you get it around a couple of times, it gets easier, but getting those first two going is hard. Okay, use your pliers. They can definitely help. Use these other chain nose pliers and hold this still. I want this to be kind of tight, so I'm just going to tighten it up there and just keep coiling around. I like it to be neat. I want my coils right on top of each other, and you know, you can take your pliers and do this and kind of push it down and go on around. Okay, so we're just going to hang our little flower piece on here. And I'm going to close this jump ring, make sure it's closed up really good where I kind of bent it out of shape. I don't like to do that, but sometimes you have to. And there is our little earring. Okay, so I am going to really quickly make the other one since I don't have the potato pearls, as many of them. Hopefully the ones I've got here will fit on it. And there's something blocking my spacer bead now. There we go. So we're putting on our 2 spacer beads again. Potato pearls. I just can't get over how pretty these are. I love the potato pearls. Please go on this leather. Thank you. And the other one here. Okay, good. Success. All right, we'll put our little bicone on. Well, don't you give me trouble. Oh, come on. Now the bicone's wanting to give me trouble? I can't crack this one. I don't have any more. Wait, I do have another one over here. Let me try this one. Alright, maybe I need to trim the leather. Maybe that's the problem here. Goodness. I didn't have so much trouble with the last one, just that one bead. There we go. Yeah, it does help if you trim the leather at a point. I don't always have to, and this 0.5 millimeter is so thin that you don't have to worry with it too much, but obviously I was having some issues. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to hold this guy up here, and I want to make sure that I try to get these the same size because, you know, that's kind of important. And that looks about right. And just kind of hold them there, make sure that it's, looks like it could come down just a tad. You want it to be pretty close to the same. Okay. And then I'm just going to go ahead and fold my little cord end over gently. And then the other side over gently. I think Chris is running the weed eater outside or something. I can hear all kinds of noise. I hope you guys can't hear that. Okay, and then we're going to take our little earring finding. We are going to hang it right on here, making sure that the front, or the seam, is in the back. Okay, and then I'm just going to hang my other flower on. I've got to find a jump ring that's the same as the one that I just had there. I think this one is, maybe. Or is it smaller? It's a tad smaller. Let me find a jump ring. I mixed all my jump rings together, which really is a terrible thing to do, but I don't know. It makes it to where I can just kind of dump them out and not worry with them, you know? I just kind of dump them out on the table and sort through them. I can't imagine having like containers for every single size jump ring and every different color. I would never have any space to store anything, I don't think. I would just run out of room. So I put them all in together, but then I have to kind of search through sometimes. All right, now let's get this guy through here. And again, sometimes you have to bend them a little bit out of shape. I hate to do that, but you have to sometimes. When these big thin ones, you can bend them back pretty easily. Make sure that this is the right way. Yeah, it is. Okay. And we'll just close this up. And then we're done. Make sure it's closed up pretty good. It's not. Okay. Now let me get a form and I'll put these on there and you guys can look at them. Hold on just a second. Okay, so here's our finished necklace and earrings. So there's the earrings. I think they turned out really cute. These need to be shoved down a little bit. But there's the earrings. And then we have our necklace over here with our little, I just thought these little hearts with the roses were so sweet. Just so pretty. So I really like this set. I think it turned out pretty good despite my potato pearl casualty. So it just goes up. It's just plain leather. But yeah. So yeah, if you guys are interested in subscribing to Sam's Bead Box, check him out. I will put a link in the description box below. And like I said, you can get $5 off of your first box if you use the coupon code. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!